Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the NPR League Fantasy Podcast. We back at it again, man. Hey, bro. Welcome, my good co-hosts, man. We short one today. My brother, Bad News Villain, but Marquise was good, my guy.
What's happening with you?
Yes, sir, man. Cool. What's good, my guy?
Me, what's up?
Yes, sir. The Midwest Monsters are in full effect. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Earlier this week, man, we put out a dope ass show. A dope ass show, man. We started talking about just a little recap. We started talking about mostly the running backs that was in free agent right now that was either not signed, not franchise tag, what have you, whatever the case may be, man. But yeah, the tide has changed, bro. The tide has definitely changed. So shit is wide open right now, bro. As you can see right now, you can look at the screen, bro. You got different people, man. Teron Matthews, man, the Honey Badger from the Saints, 2 years deal with the Saints right now, 13.75 million. Jalen Johnson for your Chicago Bears, cool. I really like him, man. We talked about him earlier in the fantasy football season, man. I like Jalen Johnson, bro. Think he's a dope addition for real, for real. Obviously, we've talked about adding more pieces, this and that, and the third. But I have to say, let's talk about those Buffalo Bills, man. We was diving deep into it last night, man. We was in the chat. Uh yeah, man. Besides Micah Hyde right now, he hasn't been officially released, but no more Poyer, no more Tre'Davious White. They restructured Von Miller's contract. Who else is going? I mean, it's the rumor mill is up talking about Stephon Diggs might be on the trading block. Hey, Marquis, I gotta start with you, bro, because you said it last night, man. Bills, they done? Are
I
they
think
done?
so. Yeah, yeah. This is they done their window is closed, man. This is how I feel. I always felt like they was overrated, but now it's just like it's definitely gonna show. Like, yeah, you're not gonna ask Josh Allen to be. I don't think he could replicate what he did this year again. The upcoming season, I don't think he could do that again. Like, I just don't see it. And then also with all the cuts, most of those are just like the salary cap casualties.
Yeah,
They will to get them back where they need to get to. So a lot of them players have still got a lot of stuff in it. Like Tre'Davious White, come on, he's a solid corner. He's gonna find a new home real soon. So
yeah,
it's
real
like,
stuff.
I, and then they got to get replaced, but it's like that's gonna take time. You're not gonna get playmakers because you ain't gonna be if you couldn't pay them, you ain't gonna be able to pay nobody else to come in. So most of this is gonna be done through the drafts and probably like vet minimums. How good are their defense gonna be?
Yeah, that's very true, man. And they did justice. They did what they were supposed to do. They did their homework. Obviously, if you don't know, Bills was one of those teams that they was in a negative cap space, so they had to make moves. They
Yeah,
definitely had to make moves, man. So it's up from here. And they signed Mitch Trubisky today. I don't know what's that about, but they did sign him. But cool. I see you laughing, bro. What's your take, man?
Oh shit, that's funny, man.
he
They
keep
say
getting a job, man.
My
they
boy
said
K.
they
He
saying
signed that check.
who?
He he
Mitchell
keep getting a
Trubisky.
job.
You
God
gotta
no.
you gotta call him Mitchell. His mama told us his you have to say Mitchell.
Mitchell Trubisky.
We have to call him Mitchell because that's what mama said about her bum ass son. But
Yeah.
man, dog. Yeah, free agency look like it's about to get lit. The draft look like it's about to get lit. It's obviously a lot of things still pending on what's gonna go on with the draft and how people want to set up uh, before a certain dudes get signed, and now we opening up cap space,
hmm
like you see with Buffalo. Um, Jalen Johnson, obviously, I'm a fan. It's been my guy for a while, man. He's been one of those underrated guys that nobody really gonna talk about much. Um, JJ, one of them dudes that he get burned on the low. Cause JJ will get burned every every now and then, like every few games you'll see a motherfucker burn him for a few plays. But it be kind of on the low. Like he'll get burned and you look up at the end of the game and the dude only got like 67 yards. You like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay, he just got burned a couple of times. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Couple of
So it's like, so yeah, man, I'm happy to see that they retained him. Um, I'm interested to see, that they're so quote unquote devalued, but I'm interested to see what go on with these quarterbacks. I mean, with these running backs. I
definitely.
want to see what's going on with Saquon. I want to see what's going on with Derrick Henry. And you know what I mean? Like Tony Pollard, things like that. I want to Aaron Jones if he's on the move from Green Bay, whatever's going on. Like I I'm just not a believer of the whole nobody needs running backs. Who cares about running backs? Or you can only use them for a couple of years and then you got to
Right,
discard them. I'm
right.
just not a believer in that, man. Like I think it's a lot of talent in the running back pool. So we'll see what go on with that. But
Yeah,
Ram,
and it's crazy not to cut you off. Cool. It's
what's
crazy
up?
that you said that, bro. Because at the end of the day, for real, every running back that's in free agency right now, I mean the big name running backs, if we want to self quote unquote call them that, they still nice. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about how many miles Derrick Henry got on his legs, but a lot of people go with the age. He's older now. The running back age is older, but bro, he's still a bruiser. You know what I'm saying? He's still a bruiser. I remember Sean Alexander from the Seattle Seahawks, man. Like, I don't care how old he got, he's still gonna get you that goal line touch. He's gonna get you in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? We want to start from that. We could go back to Jerome Bettis, like the same way, till it was time for them to retire. They ain't want it no more. But it's this class of running backs that's in free agency right now, man. I'm excited about it too, man. I can't wait to see these moves and what's happening. For real, to be honest with you, man. Marquise, you got any takes on that? I know we talked about them last episode, but yeah, these running backs are big, bro.
Yeah, in terms of fantasy, like where they land is gonna shape basically how most drafts are gonna go. Like
Yeah,
it's basically how they wherever they land, and then after the draft, it's gonna decide a lot of people drafting position.
I definitely believe that, bro.
But I'm
I
excited
definitely.
for it. Like I'm excited. That's yeah, like who? Yeah, I'm just more interested to see where everybody land, to see where everything fall at the end of the day, and see how it looks after that.
Yeah. And not just fantasy, even just in the NFL world, man, it's gonna be different because we talk about the Buffalo Bills releasing a lot of defensive players. Uh, we can't soon to forget about the Seahawks, man. Pondre Diggs is gone. You got Jamal Adams release. You know what I'm saying? Will Desley, obviously that's the tight end. Like yeah, like they're releasing some players to free up some money. So I don't know, man. It's crazy for real, for real. So with that being said, we talking about free agency, right? I gotta go to Bronco Country, man. Did they do Russell dirty, or you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you guys feel about that? Without whatever order we go in, but I just gotta ask that question. You feel Russell getting another shot in the NFL? I heard, no, rather, I read earlier today that the Steelers are showing mutual interest in talking to Russell. So I don't know, man. How do you guys feel about that?
I'll let you go ahead, Marquis.
I think they did them dirty. Honestly, I don't respect their organization either. They on par with the 49ers to me. Like how they treated Russ, Sean Payton. Oh my goodness, I
That's
don't
why I was
even
about
want
to ask you, bro. Is it an organization or is it Sean Payton to you?
it's both. It's
It's
both
both.
because they allowed it. Yeah,
Got
they saw what he was doing and they still allowed it. They could have got rid of him, but I think it's disgraceful. It's like it's not good. If I was a fan of the Broncos, it'd be hard for me to continue to root for that team, seeing how they did him. Like that. Come on, man. You try to blackmail him in the middle of the season. You
yeah,
kept putting it was
yeah.
just too much. Like it was just too much. And I think Russ is a solid. stopgap quarterback, somebody that could probably about 2 years get you a nice young quarterback behind him, and let him see what he can do. Now I ain't gonna say he gonna probably win a lot of games, maybe, but he'll be decent. Geno Smith like which is weird saying about Russell Wilson, right?
He
That
is a
is
Super
weird.
Bowl quarterback. He definitely a Super
You
Bowl
feel me?
quarterback. Yeah, I feel that,
Um,
bro. Cool. How you feel about it, bro?
I'm a I do agree with you in some regards that obviously this is an organizational failure, but Russ contributed to that,
Yeah.
but in a major way, simply just by I believe just from afar, just kind of evaluating him from afar, he's never appeared to be a guy that's fun to be around. You know what I'm saying? He's never seemed like a guy that's gonna uplift someone or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like somebody that the receivers and the guys that play with him feel like they can go to him and talk to him about certain things. Like like you saw Mahomes in the Super Bowl with Rasheed Rice. He missed him on a throw. They
Mm-hmm.
having this little
Mm-hmm.
they bumping heads a little bit on the sideline, but at the end of the day, it was more about let's get it together. Like
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
want to win too. You want to win.
Yeah.
And Mahomes is the kind of quarterback that you feel like you feel like he's one of y'all.
Yeah.
And from everything that I kind of have gathered, it just don't seem like Russell Wilson. Like when Shannon said he said that on Skip and them show last year when he was still on with Skip when he was talking
Yeah.
about how Russell Wilson had his own office. It's like yo dog, a office?
Yeah. Office. I definitely remember that. Yeah.
That man say when we get out the when we get off the bus, right? Imagine we all get off the bus and one motherfucker go in his own room and we all go in another
And
room.
we all going that way.
And you ain't
Yeah.
complaining. And you ain't. It ain't like you out here winning MVP, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like so he contributed. But obviously since Peyton Manning left in what 2015, 2016,
Mm-hmm.
John Elway and the rest of that organization has been a failure. They don't know how to find
Yeah.
a modern quarterback. They don't seem to know how to build a coaching staff. And some hit and miss at the with draft picks. They got some good draft picks, but mostly on the defensive side. So, um, did they do him dirty? To answer your question, it no, no. Like it's a cold world in the NFL. And we know that. And
Not for long.
when you don't pull your way, in his case, it's like certain things were set up for you to succeed more so than other players ever had. You know what I mean? Now the
Not
coaching
in
staff,
Denver.
the whole, huh?
In Denver, set up to win in Denver.
If he would have played it correctly, yeah. Now hold on, bad coaching staffs. That's Nathaniel Hack. We know what Nathaniel Hackett was. We know
Yeah, I
that
forgot.
that
Oh
that
my gosh, I
they
forgot.
wanted Aaron Rodgers. They wanted
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, so they hired this guy. It didn't work out. So we know Nathaniel Hackett was a bad hire.
So that's two different coaching regimens in 2 different years.
That's a fact.
After
That's a
coming
fact.
from somewhere where he was used to stability.
That's a fact. But it's it. I guess for me, I think so much of team building and team bonding is done Monday through Saturday. And Russ ain't never struck me as a guy that's leading nobody Monday through Saturday.
Yeah.
Strike me as the guy that I'm gonna show up. See, they always talk about rest in peace Kobe. They always talk about Kobe being like aloof or uh like kind of dissing his teammates sometimes or
Mm-hmm.
not talking to them in certain ways. But I always look at it kind of in reverse. All Kobe was looking for was somebody to challenge him and step up. Just step up and challenge me. You could be somebody that just averaged 13 points a game, but just step up. You just want somebody to step up and challenge you sometimes because you a competitor. Russ don't necessarily strike me as a competitor. He don't strike me as a I want to win type of guy. He strikes me as a guy that shows up, does his job. He gonna show up in shape. He not gonna make no trouble. He not gonna get into no trouble. He not gonna do nothing disrespectful to nobody. He gonna treat everybody nice and
Shit,
say all the right things. But he's
do
not
he even
a
hop?
leader. He's
Yeah,
not a
I was about to say, I've never seen him. You know what I'm saying? Just show that compassion, even like pregame. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds like it was premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go out here and try to hype my guys up, this and that and the third. Because even cool, like you said, man, I think about it. Was he really that guy with the Seattle Seahawks with the Legion of Boom and Marshawn Lynch? You know what I'm saying?
They had
Like,
to score somehow.
yeah, they did. Granted, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking the skill set away. Definitely not taking the skill set away. I know what he produced as a quarterback, but I'm just looking at it now. Like I think that's what it more so was, man. Like I
How about this? How about this? Quick question. Quick question. I don't
Mhm.
mean to cut you off, but quick question. All right.
No, no, you
So
good. You good.
if we do that for Russ, why don't we do the same thing for Pete Carroll?
Mm.
what you mean the same thing? What you mean?
Everybody say, oh, Pete Carroll is a great NFL coach, right? Without the
Uh,
Legion of Boom and Russell Wilson, what have he done?
Uh, okay, fair. I mean, he did make the
yeah,
playoffs last year. He made the playoffs last
I
year for
mean,
Denver.
he just made the playoffs. Russ was put in first of all, his first year in Denver, there was no way he was winning that way. There was no way. And Jerry Judy couldn't stay on the field. Cortland Sutton, he could barely stay on the field as it is too. And then this past year, he got another head coach. Except for this one, he ain't incompetent. He just don't like him.
yeah, and the run game wasn't there either. You know, they
Yeah.
was
So like,
relying more.
I mean, some of it, yeah, I do. Yeah, it takes two to tango. But most of this was the Broncos, man. And then the blackmailing him. Oh, hey, if you don't restructure your contract, oh, we gonna bench you. Like, what? Wait a minute. What happened to honor your contract? Y'all used to tell the players that all the time. Honor your contract before you can get a new one.
And I think that's what put a nasty taste in everyone. You know, even
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
who you know what I'm saying, put a nasty taste in everyone's mouth when we finally, you know what I'm saying, digest what that happened, that came out. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, my take on it, man, for real, man, I like Russell Wilson. Don't get me wrong, but I understand where both of you guys are coming from. You know, damn, it's almost like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. So, you know, you're not going to get everybody that that leadership where they're just vocal like that. But shit, I feel like sometimes you need it. You know, I even go back like I used to think Peyton Manning like I always thought Peyton Manning couldn't. And just correct me if I'm wrong. And it ain't even about me being wrong, man. Like just what it's my opinion. I always felt like those games where Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were in the AFC Championship games and stuff like that, or met somewhere in the playoffs, right? I felt like Tom Brady, uh, his passion trumped what was going on versus the skill set, hyping everybody else up. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where Cool's coming from when he's saying that, Russell Wilson doesn't strike you as that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you just
yeah.
got some.
I wouldn't criticize if you talking about on. But I'll go back. I'll revamp that opinion. He's right. Based on based on you trying to low do me dirty on a contract, and it's kind of apparent to everybody that the coach just really don't like me, and he kind of
Yeah,
get to say it out
yeah,
loud that he really don't like me.
yeah.
And as far as the situation with the coaching staff from last
Hmm.
year, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that as a totality, yeah, he was done dirty. He was
Yeah.
done dirty. But
And
Yeah.
it's crazy because
I
we
I
we
guess
smart enough to know that. We know that.
But I'm really just saying though, it's man,
Yeah, now don't get me wrong.
I
That
just
whole
want to.
having his own office, that was outrageous. That was
Yeah,
outrageous.
It's just it's. I think it's just him. I don't. I think it's just him that is just something about. It's just something about him because it's as quote unquote unlikable as they ever tried to tell you that Aaron Rodgers was. He didn't have no problem getting players to play for him.
facts.
Bad.
Yeah.
Uh, so it just don't. It's just something about Russ, bro. It's something about his personality that kind of throws me off a little bit in how he,
Yeah,
like dog. Everybody ain't. Let's keep it real. Ain't no man that nice all the time.
all the time. Nah.
Ain't no ain't no man saying all the right things
Hey
all
man.
the time,
Hey,
bro.
That
Like
nigga
facts,
cool.
bro.
Hey, cool say you too
dog.
happy.
Yeah, like you don't cuss,
Facts.
your shirt tucked in,
Yeah,
like damn dog, like
yeah,
it's
Why is he so
something
clean?
about
yeah,
him that I could understand why the locker room maybe the locker room dynamic is not as
yeah,
potent for him. He just
yeah,
don't. I don't think he knows how to bring people along with him. Anytime the Bears won, we obviously had a losing season. But anytime the Bears won, if you go on social media and look at the Bears after they win, the whole locker room, Justin Fields in there, they got future playing. They in there, they rocking the whole. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like you can
yeah,
just tell that he's a guy's guy. He's a man's
yeah.
man.
He too vanilla, man. I get it. I definitely get it. Gosh, man. That's a hey man, gosh almighty, man. But hey, that might be it. That really truly might be it, man. Like however we want to put it, we could talk about, being a diva with your own office, doing this and doing that. I remember when the campaign happened, man, Broncos country, let's ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you ain't show up. You ain't show up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, man, you know, I I ain't even gonna get into all of that, not especially not on this show, but you got a lot of speculations, a lot of the fans saying, wifey's in a way, this and that and the third, what you got going on. But man, that ain't bro. You show up to work and you make it do what it do, man. Like we all know, man. And women too, don't get me wrong. It's just how your household is ran. Whoever the breadwinner is, whoever brings the bacon home, whoever make it do what it do, bro. That shouldn't deter you. That shouldn't stop you from your passion and what you're doing. I don't care if you're a trash man or one of the top paid NFL players, NBA players. Do what you're supposed to do, man, and show up and show out. So that's just what it is, man. But hey, great take, great topics, you guys, man. Speaking of the Broncos, man, we can see on the screen right now, man. Justin Simmons, after 8 seasons, man, released. That's another big time defensive player, that's going to be sitting in free agents. Um,
I'll
somebody's
take
going
him.
to get him there. I'll
I'll
take
take
him.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I- we got an
We got
influx of safety, but I
we,
take them.
we got
yeah,
rid of Eddie Jackson washed up ass. I'll take him.
yeah. Eddie Jack. Hey, but there's a lot of defensive players out here, man. Jano Smith, tight end, signed with the Dolphins today. 2 year, $10 million deal. Excuse me, stumbling on my words. Darren Waller, man, I've been hearing this for a month, maybe a month and a half right now, man. He don't even know if he want to play anymore, bro. Have you guys been following that story, or
I
you know what I'm
haven't,
saying?
No,
bro. I haven't.
Yeah, so
no.
I've been following that for a while now, man. He's very concerned about just his body, just life in general, man. You got those certain players. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Ricky Williams was like that. We can go all the way back to him. Certain players, they do what they do, and certain players get to a certain stature in life, and they get their money, and they be like, what? Man, my body getting banged up, this and that and the third. I've been injured a million and plus one times. I don't really know if I want to do this anymore. So, you can see right there, man, Giants T, uh, tight end Darren Waller. plans to make a decision on retirement soon, man. I've been following that for a while. Like I said, almost 2 months now. So
I
just gotta
haven't
wait and see.
I haven't followed it as closely, but what I will say is I guess I'll just put this out there to y'all. Y'all go ahead and tell me how y'all feel about it. Is there something to be said for you know certain dudes that might say something like that after they get paid? Would he
Yeah,
have said this two
yeah,
years ago? Would
yeah.
he have
Because
said that
I
2 years ago?
see me, somebody like me. I'm just gonna keep it funky and be honest with you, bro.
And
That's
by the
where I
way,
feel
but
like.
hold on, not to even
Mhm.
cut you off, too, Bo.
No, no, you good, bro.
I'm on the player's side.
Yeah,
Protect your
Hmm.
body. Protect
yeah,
this. You only get one of them. Protect your
yeah,
temple. Calvin Johnson, whatever.
yeah.
Produce whatever he produced, but in Calvin Johnson's case, he produced at a greatness clip, and
Fact.
and and he didn't have a whole lot on the team with him. You know what I'm saying? So whatever money he got, and then whatever he decided to do for the betterment of his life, that's kind of justified in a way.
Yeah,
And I don't even want to speak. I'm not even saying that Darren Waller's wrong. I'm saying in the grand scheme of just how you view certain things, it's like I don't know if I would have heard you talking about protecting. Probably a couple of years ago, you would have said, "I'm trying to secure my family, my I'm trying to secure a couple of generations, yada yada."
yeah,
Now it's I need to secure my body, I'm not hating. I'm sure he's accumulated a lot of injuries. Yeah,
yeah,
and his body probably been through a lot. I just think it's something to certain players saying that after they get paid. I've seen that. I've seen that a few times over the years.
yeah. Definitely, bro. I mean, I'm gonna tell you why this strikes me, and to this point, bro. I remember back in the day. I ain't even gonna say so much back in the day. I remember a player's name, and you guys should know this name when I said Albert Haynes stole money.
Yeah,
Tennessee
twice,
Titan. Tennessee Titan
twice.
defensive tackle, bro. Well, a nose tackle wanted was projected wanted. I mean, shit, damn. The way his trajectory, we want to talk about trajectory. The way it was going up, bro. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he was one of those defensive players that like we talk about the Vince Wilforks of the world. We talk about Chris Jones of the world. He was that guy. So when Washington finally signed him, we signed him to a big contract. I can't even remember what it is. But yeah, he out there spoofing plays, not showing up to practice, this and that and the third, for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fault Darren Waller, but at the same time, like you said, cool still, like, bro, like either show up or just tell the people, hey, this is I don't know. I think with me is maybe he really didn't want to be traded to the Giants. So now you're trying to cop out. But not only try to cop out, you're gonna take that money regardless because you signed a contract. So
Hmm.
that's I'm looking at it in the same way you are too, cool, bro. Like I just feel like you stealing money at this point. How you feel, Marquise?
Yeah, I mean, I actually feel the same way. But also, I, trying to look at both sides. I get it. Maybe it ain't even about the money. Maybe it's legit. His body, like as we can see, he missed plenty of games the last few years. Maybe his
Yeah,
body is actually broken, and now it's taking its toll mentally on him. And he just, in his mind, he don't feel like he can do it no more. That could, and it just so happened that he got to his breaking point after he got his bag, and it ain't even. He probably can't even enjoy the money. Honestly, like that's how I could look at it. One way of looking at it, like maybe it's just legit. He just probably at that point where he just don't think his body's gonna make it through a full regular season of football.
and I definitely get it, man. That's just how you feel, man. Sometimes you got a million plus people tomorrow is gonna wake up, whether we know them or not. It's gonna be like, hey, I don't want to do this career no more. This job is not for
Hmm.
me, and they're gonna quit. They're gonna move on, and try to find something else. So I try to put myself into other people's shoes when it comes to situations like that. But I'm just like at the same time, you know what you signed up for, bro. Like you
Yeah.
you making millions on top of millions of dollars. Like you really know what you signed up for. So you know you just take it for what it is and you keep pushing. Definitely keep it pushing. So yeah, man. Hey, great take, you guys. Take man. Y'all trying to get into some NBA before we get up out of here? I I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about what's going on, man. With this NBA talk. Obviously, you guys didn't even know that LeBron got hurt. Well, he tweaked his ankle last night against the Kings. We lost by 10 points. We've been shaking and baking for a while now, for a few games. Been looking real good,
Mm-hmm.
man. Golden State Warriors, they still down there with us. We got what the Lakers still got. Let me bring it up. Let me bring the standings up. Just bear with me 1 second. Let me bring this up, man. Let's get into some of this NBA. Enough of that NFL talk. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get into these NBA standings. Can y'all see this? Hold on, let me open this up. There we go. Start with the Eastern Conference. All right, so of course the Boston Celtics are sitting up top right now, 48 and 13 on the league. You got the Milwaukee Bucks that sitting at number two. The Cleveland Cavaliers, man, number three. Who would have figured that at the beginning of the season? Especially the Orlando Magic's. Magic sitting at number four. You got the New York Knicks at five. The Miami Heat at six. And then here we go right here. These are the bubble teams. So if the season was to end today. So you got the Philadelphia 76ers. They're missing Embiid badly, bro. They're sitting at number seven. Indiana Pacers, Chicago Bulls, your Bulls cool, and the Atlantic Hawks, man. Like I don't know. I know one thing I'm tired of hearing about Trey Young getting traded. Atlanta, if you're gonna do it, just go ahead and do it, get it over with. But
Mm-hmm.
who? I mean, Boston Celtics, man, are they representing the East in the NBA Finals this year, or do you see somebody else? Anybody? Somebody?
It would appear that way. It would appear that Boston seems like the safest bet, and
Hmm.
Denver seems like the safest bet out with. Um, I think for me, I'm gonna stick with Milwaukee. I had Milwaukee at the beginning of the year. Um, I'm gonna stick with Milwaukee, and like you said, um, if Embiid doesn't come back, then I mean they saying he's coming back soon, but um, whatever the case is, I can't really put a lot into Philadelphia because they just lost so much steam.
Yeah.
Um, it looked like they're gonna have an uphill battle now. So um, yeah, I would say that Boston is the safest bet. I'm gonna stick with Milwaukee for now, and I would also say don't never count out Miami. Miami just they've already shown us a couple of times now that they got a killer will. They know how to they know how to buckle down when it come playoff time, and you know what it playoff Jimmy. Y'all know that's a thing. So
Jimmy buckets.
um, and now West, like I said, Denver looks good. Um, Sacramento looks good. It's I mean, so it's a lot going on, man. But like you said, I'm gonna be real interested to see what the standings are towards the end of the year, even with the play-in and everything. Like I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real interested to see because does somebody really want to see the Lakers in that eight spot? Does
Yeah.
somebody really want to see the Golden State in that eight spot? Nah, whatever. And whoever sneak into that play-in or whatever the case is, Phoenix might be lower. I think the lower seeds are gonna be the toughest matchup. Like
Always. I mean,
in the first round. Like
yeah.
if 6, 7, and 8 is Phoenix, LA, and Golden State at the end of the year, you know that's them gonna be some good series. That ain't the usual where it's like you favored. That's more of a what I'm saying. That's a them gonna be some tight series depending on how it shake out. But I'm gonna keep my eye on Minnesota. I didn't believe in them a couple of months ago. A couple of months ago, I would have told you that they was gonna flame out. But I like it now. Carl Anthony Towns, Gobert, they holding down that paint, rebounding, um, blocking shots. So I'm gonna stick with Denver though as the safe bet. I'm not necessarily a Denver fan, but I'm sticking with them as the safe bet. And I don't know what to do with the Clippers. Y'all tell me. I don't know what to do with the Clippers. They should
Trash
be
'em.
okay.
We LA fans, but go ahead, Marquise. Before I give my take, man.
Hey, I'm a Lakers guy too. So
Yeah, you are cool.
Uh, uh, well, out east, I would say Boston, but until they beat Miami, I can't say Boston the favorite. I'm not too sold on Milwaukee. Cleveland, this is just a flash in the pan. The Magic, this is a flash in the pan. They got another year or so before they actually serious contenders. I like the Knicks, surprisingly, because they gritty. I like them.
Yeah,
And of
very
course,
great.
the Heat. And then I think the surprise team from that lower tier, from like the play in, could be the Indiana Pacers. I don't think a lot of them top teams really want to face the Pacers. Like they balling, they be balling.
Yeah,
And then
they,
out west, I there's no way I could say Denver. I would never, absolutely not, no way, I
we
couldn't.
can't. I mean,
So
is that a biased take, or you just feel like
yes, oh, very very biased. I would never. I can't. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. As,
understandable?
yeah, none of them teams out west look good to me except for LA.
Understandable.
Maybe the Utah Jazz. Nah, but my
boy,
unbiased opinion though,
not the Jazz.
I think the Pelicans. The Pelicans is a scary team. I really
I
do. I
believe
think
that.
the Pelicans out west can really make some noise if they play right.
I believe that. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I do too. Speaking of the Pelicans, Zion said that he's thinking about getting to next year's dunk contest, which will be Adam Silver, the commissioner in the NBA All Star game, will be in Phoenix next season.
Hmm.
So they already announced that. Let me get my 2 cents in this, man. Boy, as much as I hate it, man, for real, man, Boston to me will edge out anybody that's in the East right now. When it comes to getting to the big dance, to getting to the NBA finals, man. Um, as vanilla as they play with or without Doc Rivers, Brad Stevenson, like we could go down the line, man. Like I think Boston is going to be that team coming out of the East. Milwaukee, I like Dame Lillard. I love Giannis. I just don't think they have enough defense when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think Boston put up just too much, man. As far as Cleveland Cavaliers, like you said, Marquise, man. I don't know, man. I wouldn't call them what you call them, but at the same time, looking at that 40-22 record, they official. Oh, obviously the East just sucks that much. It's just one of the other. You just got to take it how what it is. Atlanta Magic. Look at them. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now. New York Knicks, man. I believe in them. Miami, like Cool said, man. Jimmy buckets.
Hmm.
Yeah, they different, bro. But I will say, early in this season, man, if Levine didn't get hurt, I always said Chicago Bulls was going to be that dark horse team. But you know, I never expected Embiid to get hurt with Philadelphia sitting right there. So yeah, it's a tall task, man. It's a tall order, man. Like other than that, I can't see nobody else coming out of the East but the Boston Celtics, man. So I'm gonna scroll down to the Western Conference. I didn't expect Minnesota Timberwolves, man. KG, Kevin Garnett, beloved Timberwolves, to be sitting at number one right now, man. I didn't expect OKC. What?
Yeah,
Come on now.
that's what looked the most out of place.
Come Oklahoma City? Like what? Like I mean, it's just the old of Kevin Durant, um, shit, the beard, and James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Come on now, Serge Ibaka. Come on now, like, are they back? Are, like, Yeah, that right there, man, like that really looks crazy to me. But yeah, they're there. That just is what it is. Denver Nuggets, man. Denver is what Denver is. The only thing I will say about Denver, I put it like this, and not just because I felt like we should have beat them this past weekend. We obviously let that game loose in the fourth quarter because we should have beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like when it comes to Denver now, man, like Denver is Denver, but I feel like Denver is one injury or a hiccup away from not, you know what I'm saying, getting back to where they're supposed to be at. Because you got
Mm-hmm.
these young things in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this, and you guys just give me what you got on this. God forbid something happened to Joker, or mm, who else would I say? Like
Mhm.
I look at KCP, right? They struggle without him. To me personally, Contavious Caldwell Pope is who I'm speaking of. I feel like they struggle without him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just if they lose one of those star players, not speaking that into existence, but I'm just saying, like, where would they be?
I
So
think
I'm
they
just looking.
I think they probably struggle more without their top rebounders, like Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon,
Hmm.
because they get a
Yeah,
lot of offensive rebounds and kickouts, um,
definitely.
for open shots and stuff. And then you know how Joker, his ability to pass and whatnot. So,
Yeah, and
um,
throw up. I mean, let's keep it funky. And the way he threw up shots, you'd be like, how the hell he hit that?
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do that a
Quite a
lot.
few.
I'd be like, how the hell did he hit that? Like, bro, God, man, come on. So, nah, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Clippers, I'm not too fond of them. I'm not too big on them. At the moment in time, and like, you know, the star power that they got, Paul George, PG, you got, James Harden, you got Russell Westbrook. I don't know. I'm not big on them. Pelicans, another young team that is exciting to see. It's definitely exciting to see where they're at. I love Brandon Ingram. If it's one Laker that I wish we could have kept, it's him.
Mm-hmm.
I, I love Bi. I love him to death, man. Phoenix, I don't know. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Katie, Book, they show up. I don't know. Like Cool said last episode, man. Aiden is definitely no, Alton. What's his name? The center? I'm
that's
stumbling.
Aiden.
Aiton.
That was Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden. He's definitely he's missed. He's definitely missed. So Sacramento got into my Lakers last night. Obviously, we was talking about it at the top of the hour. LeBron James, he tweaked his ankle. They said he was good or whatnot. We just got to see, man. Older older guy like that, it's hard to recover from. But you know, my surprise on this list, to be honest with you, man, I really felt like Dallas should be up more than what they are, and it almost make me feel like Luca doesn't even deserve to be with a Cuban and Dallas right now. He should
Mm.
be somewhere else. I don't know. I mean, you guys let me know. I feel like Luca shouldn't be in Dallas right now with that talent and what he does, man. Like it sucks to
He,
it's
he
sad,
don't
but
play defense.
yeah, he don't play defense. And I was listening. I can't even do, but no, actually, Gilbert Arenas. I don't even know if you guys listen to his podcast or whatnot. He was on Shannon late night, the nightcap. He was actually
Mm-hmm.
talking about. He said European players don't play defense.
Yeah, I heard
That's
some.
why they dominate so much on offense. They don't play defense. So I mean, it could be some truth to that when you think about it. You look at it. My beloved Lakers, man. I ain't even worried about Golden State. They hit and miss, but my beloved Lakers, man. We're sitting at number 10 right now. But when you look at things, like, I mean, shit, we ain't far behind the number 6 spot with Phoenix. We're 2 games behind. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
you just look at it like that, man. But yeah, that's the NBA take on things, man. It's coming up shortly, man. The finals will be here. The playoffs will be here. March Madness is around the corner, you guys. So I don't know if I want to set up a pool, this and that and the third, man. But March Madness is here, man. That show, I definitely want to get into that. Some of these college teams if we can. But I got a question for you guys, man. I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's July 20th. I don't know if you guys paid attention or not. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, July 20th on Netflix. We talked about boxing last episode. Mike Tyson gonna beat the shit out of Jake Paul, bro. Or is he? You know what I'm saying? How do you guys feel about these exhibition fights?
I
I'm
hope he.
over.
I mean, I'm over the exhibition fight thing. I mean, it's. I was never really into it in the first place, but I mean, I'm hoping that he like hurts him. Like I
Yeah.
want him to hurt him, because it's like
Yeah,
they gotta, they gotta take this whole, it. Oh man,
yeah, I know. I
uh,
know, bro. That-
I don't want to do it like that, because listen, man, one day this big NPR thing we got here, man, we gonna have a whole lot of people from a whole lot of different races
yeah.
that's following this, man. So don't none of y'all take this the wrong way, man. But it's just like it just don't be feeling right when some way. And
Yeah.
he can box. Don't let's not. I'm not going. He has some boxing skills, but
Hmm.
it's just hit different when some drunk cokehead white boy is always kind of got this bravado about his boxing skills and beating up on washed up UFC fighters and things of that nature, and getting the money that they've gotten out of it. Yeah, it's like it's weird to watch, because it's like I like boxing. Like I really, really, really like boxing. Like I love boxing. I grew up watching fights and stuff. So it's like that shit just was weird to me. Not It's not on no hater shit. I want everybody to get paid, get your money. But it's just weird.
Hmm.
Like why y'all trying to make some weird mockery and act like now we got a YouTube or a media influencer who is now somehow like the top boxer in the world. Like that shit kind of just it rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, I definitely get that, bro. I definitely get. How you feel, Marquise? I mean, it's trash. What is it?
My bad. I had to take a sip of drink.
Oh,
But
you good?
I I ain't I'm not really into that whole exhibition boxing. I I think it's a joke, but with Mike Tyson, this is just a money grab using his name. Mike not gonna go hard. We already know. He gonna give him a chance the same way Mike Tyson get. Who was him and Roy Jones? He spared Roy Jones. Roy Jones won't move in like Roy Jones the old. He spared Roy Jones. They could have got so ugly. So yeah, I don't really care for the exhibition matches. It's just money grabs at the end of the day. They just want people money. Let's throw two names together. They want to see him get beat up. Let's put him
Yeah,
in the ring with Mike Tyson.
yeah,
Money
that's it.
grabs. They won't
Yeah,
get mine though.
that's all it is. But I will say, I hope Mike Tyson just punishes ass though, for real. Because Mike's still in shape.
For one good
I mean,
round. For one
yeah,
good
just
round.
just get him what he's looking for. You know what I'm saying?
you need that to happen to separate the two. You
Yeah,
need to separate
yeah,
professional boxing from the exhibition
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. I
Y'all
even
go.
said it when Dana tried to put together. Well, no, he did put together Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and Conor McGregor. I'm like, bro, come on, boxing and UFC, like what? It's two different totally sparring. Like, why? Why are you guys like? Who even thought of this? You know what I'm saying? But I understand, like you said, it's the money bag, it's the money grab. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought that about Ngannou though before I got up on his history of like when Ngannou was about to fight Fury. I was
hmm
thinking the same thing. I'm like, is this just on some money grab? Are they just fooling around? And then you get into Ngannou's history. It's like, no, he really liked the box. He
The
grew
box.
up
Yeah.
trying to box. He was trying, he was trying to learn how to box. He wanted to box coming in. He just happened to be able to, get his shit off in the MMA and make some money or whatever. So I can respect that. I can respect the guy that's like, yo, I want to box and I want to do it professionally and with
Gotcha.
other professionals.
Yeah.
When you
Hmm.
in there with YouTubers and dudes that when you in there with like he fought like Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva, one of the best UFC fighters of all time, but he ain't been in the ring in how many years? And he's how old? And he's not a professional boxer. Like it's just and this is making you millions. Am
Hmm.
I nah, man? Let's keep the purity of like, come on, dog. We done made certain things in society soft enough, man. We can't.
Facts.
It can't be nothing soft about these here, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Not not
you
not
can't. You
not
can't
the
make.
hand.
You can't make the hands. You can't. No, dog. Y'all
Yeah.
done did everything else and took the. Y'all done put powdered sugar on everything, man. No, it's still when these is these, dog. You gotta let that be pure. That's why I
That's it.
hope Tyson knock him the fuck out.
Me too. Me too. First exhibition fight, man. Just go all in, bro. Why not? I mean, come on, man. Why not? Why the hell
Knock him
not?
out about 20 seconds.
Knock him out, bro. But yeah, man. With that being said, Brisky, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too longer, man. I appreciate you guys, man. If you're not tuned in, if you're not subscribed, man, please follow us on YouTube, NPR League, Spotify. We everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everywhere. To be honest with you, we're on Instagram. Man, we're gonna just keep pumping this heat out and making it do what it do, man. You guys got any last words, takes, anything, man? Let's get it in.
Man,
Like, share, and subscribe.
absolutely. Shout out to all the listeners, man. All the present listeners, future listeners, man.
Hell yeah.
Draft
And
coming
it's
up, man. That need to hurry up and get here, man. I need to be
yes,
ready.
sir. And we definitely doing you know what I'm saying? You guys tap in or if you can, if you can't, man. I'm definitely I want to do a draft special, man. You know what I'm saying? As the picks come in, especially the top 10, top 20 picks. That first night, man, I want to get it in, man. I think that's gonna be a big night, man. Quarterback heavy. A lot of teams out there need what they need. I really think that's going to be a big night. And then soon after, man, when you think about it, man, once draft is finished, bro, fantasy football open up. We start mock drafting and everything. So it's just that quick. And before you
Which we
know it,
need to do as a league because last year shown that it don't mean nothing mock drafting as a
it,
league. It don't mean
it,
nothing.
it
Come to regular draft.
yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Especially, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Looking at it now, like you just said, Marquise Brew. Especially, it doesn't mean anything if we're gonna, like standard. We had the draft pick tree. You know what I'm saying? So we
Hmm.
knew our draft picks early a month before. You know what I'm saying? Was time to draft. So everybody was able to set up. So the guys vote for PPR, Superflex, and you know normally you know your draft pick an hour before. Just like
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, you can remember cool like you only knew your draft pick an hour before. But we can put the poll out everybody like we did in standard last season was the first season. It was very successful. We can know our picks, you know what I'm saying, come August 1st. August no, I said August 8th because the season always starts September 8th. We give you a month out. You know your draft picks, you could trade, you could do this, you could do that, and you can set your stuff up how you want to set it up. So I just feel like that. It's the best option in town, man. Like for real, for real.
Hmm.
First, it was exciting. We did it, you know, year one until last year. Finding out an hour before, hey, this what your drop pick is. Then everybody panicking, scrambling, this, that, and third. But shit, we got to do it like the NFL. I just feel like we should do it like the NFL do. You know what I'm saying? We authentic. fantasy football league, man. People should know, our players, our participants should know where your draft pick is early on. That way
Mm-hmm.
you can set your draft board up, all that stuff, man. Cause that's what it's about for real, man. Like, draft boards, do everything fantasy football, man. It's coming quick. It's coming fast, bro. It's March already. April, you know what I'm saying? May, June, July. We in training camp.
Mm-hmm.
In training camp, bro. So I appreciate you guys, man. I definitely do great ass show tonight, man. Yeah, let's get it, man. Let's definitely get
Yes,
it.
sir.
Love you
Yes,
guys,
sir.
man. Out of here.
We out.
Appreciate y'all.
Already.
Yes, sir.